I'm such an idiot. Anyway, guys, hi ghosties. This is my ghostie. Now I did something a bit different because my reaction is going to be reviewing every single part of these suits. Some suits that does belong to Gothic is not even Gothic tag, so I cannot review them. But view them in this video because they're not under the tag. It has to be under the tag to be in this video. Now, as a channel that's dedicated to the Gothic fashion in Love Nikki, I have my voice and I have my right to do this video and to criticize. So, I'm very much well known to actually talk about stuff like this. And I wanted to make a video about why can you not make a difference in Gothic genre? Or non-difference in Gothic genre. And I'm going to talk about it. The majority of the Gothic suits is roses and crosses, and I could actually post up every single Gothic suit that have a single rose in them and a single cross in them. Every single one, well, not every single one of them, but the majority of them has that sort of theme. Now, oh my god, you're gonna love me for this. Including long skirts, the majority of them is gowns, and we're gonna post all of them up here as well. So, majority of them has these three things that people are sick and tired of. Now, I'm not going to say, well, you didn't include the veils. Oh, dude, the veils are stunning. We need more veils in this game, and the Gothic genre is actually giving us more veils. So, without the Gothic genre, there will be little less veils. So, I'm not going to bash on veils. I just need more of them. We need more veils. I love flipping Rose Night Rose Castle. I don't know what her flipping name is, but I love her veil so much because it comes in 2 versions, and plus it's beautiful. It has like feather decoration at the tail of the veil. Anyway, so some Gothic suits in this game actually has its difference, but then again we got 4 genres. You got the Victorian, Vampire, Lolita, and Halloween. I don't know why Halloween is even under Gothic tag majority of the time, but I guess it's make it Gothic because it's spooky. And no, suits that's spooky do not deserve to be in a Gothic genre because it's not in its tag. If you actually search up Gothic genres, you would have a list full of genres, and none of them is called Halloween. So I don't know why Love Nikki is like putting every Halloween suit in a Gothic genre, which it's not real. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, I'm sick and tired of the genres that they repeat. The Victorian, the Lolita, and the Vampire. Sure, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited to get this suit, but at first I'm like, since I got the suit, I'm like, this suit is absolutely useless, or it's boring me. I hype it up to the point when I get it, and when I got it, it's like, It's weird. It's a very disappointing reaction at the end when I get the suit. It's just like, oh, I already got it, so when I put it in my wardrobe, I was like, oh wow, these are amazing. Until I'm like in my whole set area of the wardrobe, I'm like, but it's like this suit, and it's like this suit, and it's like this. It bums you out. And I think majority of the people that tries to collect every single Gothic suit can relate to me on this. It happens and it sucks. When you look at the Ruin Nation, you can see that the majority of their suits is completely different from one another. The only same thing is the color schemes that they keep repeating, and that's the same thing with the Gothic suits. You have majority of the time black and red and blue and black, and then you got like 2 suits that's like black and white, and then you got one suit that's full on white, and that's Miss Bone. She's under a Gothic tag. The one suit that I do not agree with that belongs in the Gothic genre is the side Kalpa. You could bash on me about this, but I actually looked into her suit, and to be honest, she doesn't look Gothic. She just looks like a warrior in black and red. So she doesn't really tick any boxes to be Gothic. The only thing that should tick a box is her coat, but that's it. Because she's got a cross sniper thing, it makes her Gothic? No. No. She should not be in the Gothic genre at all, but she's in there for some reason. It's just weird to me. It's bizarre. If you're gonna talk about sales, if you're going to talk about sales or sales, I don't know, if you're going to talk about money or anything that could sell very nicely, I would say that would be the cyber goth and the pastel goth. Now, I still believe to this day that pastel goth is not really goth, but hear me out. You got the cutesy side of the fandom in this game and the gothic side of fandom of this game. If you put them two together, you have pastel goth, alright? Hear me out. Imagine the sales. Imagine people just spending their money to get the suits, but you have to make them very big as the Gothic suits. Cutesy suits, I'm not really into them. I don't really look into them as much because I'm not really like fascinated by it. But I think somebody like Effie would be interested to talk about that if she's into cutesy fashion, because I'm still a bit confused as to what the hell she's into. She criticizes every little thing that doesn't matter. But anyway, if she's into cutesy, she should talk about it more, because I do not understand the cutesy side of the fandom. But when it comes to gothic, everything's ginormous. Everything. The ornaments, everything. The gowns are massive. The hair has to be massive. The flipping veils are massive. You get the picture, right? You get the picture. Gothic side of things is huge. Pastel goth with cutesy, big cutesy like animal or mist, something like that, and then you have like gothic side of things with a fence or a I don't know, I'm not gonna say a dead tree, because the majority of the time we have those, and we have a lot of those, and they're always expensive to get, which is ridiculous. But imagine like, I don't know, let's think. Abandoned. Let's think about abandoned or a massive cross in the background. Oh, a massive cross in the background. But then again, when I talk about it about before, we are sick and tired of crosses. But as an ornament, a massive cross as an ornament though, or even a gravestones, a bunch of them in separated. You could get so many. No crows. No blackbirds. We are sick and tired of those also. We have a lot of blackbirds. We're done with blackbirds. Anyway, anything that's not gothic, but anything that's graveyard, anything that's like abandoned, anything like that as an ornament, that would be so cool. Or a mannequin, or anything that could be cutesy or gothic at the same time. You are flipping smart groups of people. You should figure this out, love Nikki. You are a massive company. You should actually use your artists for doing something like this. Pastel goths can sell. Let's talk about cyber goths. Cyber goths, if you don't know and you're not aware, is futuristic goths. They have neons almost everywhere in their fashion. They could do neons. They actually created this suit over here. I forgot her name, but she's right on the screen right now. And let me tell you, I think that's very much close to the cybergoth that could be modernized. It's not in the 1990s fashion, and I think if it was modernized and people were still into the fashion but dolled it up a bit to 2020 fashion, it could freaking sell. It could sell, my guys. So futuristic ruin lovers like Erin and gothic lovers like myself coming together and be like, I want this suit, we could both get this suit. And we all know damn too well when it comes to ornaments, ruin side of things, be like, I want that massive thing. Gothic side of things, I want this massive thing. Both parties, massive fandoms coming together, you can make sales out of that one as well. Not just making it all like Victorian, Lolita, and freaking vampire majority of the time. I'm sick and tired of seeing those three genres repeating itself. I'm not really like wow with them anymore, because once I do hype up every time. Okay, if they're going to create a new vampire gothic suit and it's going to be bigger than ever, I'm gonna hype that up. You know me. I'm gonna hype that up and be like, I'm gonna get this. Because I will. I'm gonna get it. And when I get it, I'm gonna review it. And when I'm done, I'm gonna be like, okay, she's boring. It's just how I'm just like how I'm plugged in, I guess. But if you could understand that, if you're actually going through that, you're not alone, guys, because I do the exact same thing. I go in my set and I'm like, okay, gothic suits. And when I look at almost every single one, I'm like, What's the difference? Remember the flippin' jealous phantom that I keep hyping up about? When I got her, I just left it there for days. I didn't use it once. It was just one of those days that I'm just not interested in. Now, this is an interesting factor that I pointed out in this area. You could see that my reaction when I was seeing Black Rose, she was a top and bottom. I think majority of us kind of forgotten all about Black Rose because she's a very old suit. But when I look at Black Rose, she's like top and bottom, but the bottom part is a gown, there's a long dress. But when you look at Bonefish, you see where I'm going at, right? They caught somewhat of an inspiration with Black Rose to Bonefish. And I didn't see that with my review of Black Bone. A bit like a mix-up there. But I didn't see that, I didn't mention that at all with my review on Bonefish. And they're just recycling things. I think they're running out of ideas for the Gothic genre, but they're not listening to the critics. And I'm a very, 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 very small channel. And this is where I come in when I actually care about numbers in this sort of way. I wish videos like this could get more noticed by the devs and be like, we should listen. Your Gothic suits are kind of dying out because you're doing the same thing on repeat. Halloween suits should not be in the Gothic genre because spooky does not fit the atmosphere. You could say it is, but for me it's not. It's very fashionable in my honest opinion. I just believe that you need to experience more with the Gothic genre. You should go on Google and actually see what's Gothic genre. You see that the majority is rock based. It's morbid based, it's romantic based, and all you did was 3 genres of the massive bunch of Gothic themes. Majority of the Gothic people that's kind of like majorly into the Gothic, they go in depth about the things, because majority of the people, like girls that's wearing crop tops and short shorts, they do not understand the Gothic side of things, but they end up saying, oh my god, Satanist. You're not doing the respectful thing for those sorts of fandoms. You're doing things on repeat because you know it could sell, and that's disappointing. You should do more experiment on Gothic genre and see what sells. I gave you 2 factions of what you can do. The pastel goth could work, the cyber goth could work, because he's bringing in 3 of the nations together to actually make it a sell. Now, majority of the people is like, I don't know what they're into. I don't know what the hell they talk about, because I don't care. Anyway, you should try and make this work. You should think about what could sell. You should think about the changes that you could make in the Gothic genre. No more flipping Halloween suits. No more Victorian. No more Lolita. No more flipping vampire. None of these anymore. Actually, you can make a few of them, but not the majority of the time. It's just that we are sick and tired of flipping crosses and roses and gowns and all that sort of stuff. We're loving the massive ornaments, so please don't change that. I think the massive ornaments is actually what's helping the Gothic genre keep its sells. Anyway, that's it from me. Have a nice life, guys.